What's up, guys? Welcome to Chasing Pelagics. I'm Jeff, and this is your SoCal fishing forecast for Thursday, November 9th. Quick look at our 10-day here. We got some nice, warm fall conditions, little Santa Ana winds. Where was this stuff in October? This is what we've been missing out on. And then as we slide into the end of the week, we got, first sign of winter really coming with some rain and some wind. But yeah, let's check that out. So here's currently Thursday on our chart here. And you can see our offshore Santa Ana condition here. As we slide in, things turn back to onshore. And they start to ramp up a little bit on Friday. Still coming from the northwest. And then as we move into Saturday, things start to lighten up here, and we get a nice little weather window here for the next couple of days, following all the way through till Monday. 3 knots, 4 knots, slight offshore flow. So this is gonna be those really glassy days. You should definitely take advantage of these days if you get a chance to get out in the water all the way through Monday, and then I think we get a little bit more wind returning into Tuesday, as that storm from up north will start to roll in towards the rest of the week here. It's going to get significantly nastier, but I'll give you a preview with a single catch up here. But yeah, 18 knots by Wednesday. So, and then you saw the rain coming through. But yeah, we're going to talk more about this. But let's get a little zoom out. We're gonna cover NorCal and SoCal, and do some comparison differences of weather and conditions and how things are working. So Thursday, just winds coming down. Let me drop a picker here. Just to entertain you guys. Farallon Islands right here. 11 knots, 13 knots, 15 knots. Lighter winds. And we got some stuff up above. Comes rushing down, 14 knots. So you kind of see what's going on here, and they're gonna get this weather here also. Then it switches the other direction. Okay, 20 knots going the other way. So when I tell you guys that we have it spoiled in Southern California, there's a very specific reason for that. Let's check out our forecast. So SoCal, we're looking for right here. So basically through Thursday night, west 10 to 15 knots, and gust to 20, wind waves 3 to 4 feet, becoming 2 feet or less in the evening. And then Friday, 10 knots or less all the way through Monday. Things look a lot better, right? That's why we're spoiled in SoCal. Now we come up north here, and we start looking at what we got up in San Francisco. 15 to 20, gust to 25, wind wave 6 foot, northwest 12, 5 to 6 feet at 12 seconds. And it gets nastier, right? So very diverse set of conditions between NorCal and SoCal, and it's amazing what those Channel Islands can do for us and really change our weather pattern and also our fishing. So I want to dive into a little bit of the conditions that we're seeing up north here, and once again we'll compare to down south. So this is the 3-day chart. The yellow being primarily 61, orange is 62 degree water, which is not bad considering that we're in November and this is outside San Francisco Bay here. And there's been bluefin still caught all of last week. So really the biggest thing that's been hindering these getting out here and fishing for this stuff is clearly the wind. But I want to show you a difference in these charts as well. Look at this chlorophyll chart. Is that not beautiful? I mean, these hard lines, right, coming all the way down, right beyond the Farallons, right down to the Half Moon Bay buoy. If you put this thing on a nautical chart, it's even better. So if you were to be bluefin hunting, I'd be following this line back and forth from basically this buoy to this buoy, and that's where I'd be looking. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the wind doesn't allow anybody to go fish for this stuff, but they were caught pretty much almost all this whole week still, which is pretty good. As this weather comes through, obviously the stuff's going to change, but once you get this really green, nasty water that's like this color, the fish kind of peace out. They'll come in for a little bit, but they're not going to hang out in this for days on end. So when you see these type of conditions, I always love these hard lines. This is just like the perfect thing I'm looking for. Now let's compare this to SoCal. Same 3-day chart. We don't have any of those hard lines. We have some light greening of the water, a little bit of green up along the coast. This is from the wind. We also got some sewage action coming out of the Tijuana Slough right now. It's not been good. So that's also helping this water green up as well, especially in the San Diego area. So we got that, and then we're going to go back to our 3-day temperature chart. And we just kind of have a little bit of warm water hanging around. But really, it's those nutrients is where the bait is going to be. And, this blue 63 out here, right? No really hard lines. It's just kind of scattered stuff. Maybe a 1-day chart. Give you a better look, but it really just looks like deteriorating conditions here. Especially when you're looking at the chlorophyll chart. Like there's no real good indicators if you're going to look at this and say, that's where I want to go. So when you get in these type of times, you either got one, fish on the move, running, which late season, so they're heading out, or two, where did you see them last? Unfortunately for us, they kind of been stuck in the same spot for the most part for the last couple of weeks, and that's really between the 289 and the 43. There's been a little bit of fish that's ventured out here and there. There's been some right along close to shore here, 100 fathom curve along the island. We've had a couple poking out at Tander, but no one's really going out there with that wind. And you got a little bit of condition here, but it's not really good. I wouldn't drive 110 miles for it. And with these next several days here, what I was talking about with this wind pattern, not that we have to look at San Francisco anymore, but I guess that is what I was looking for. When you get these really calm days, like Saturday, you can see for miles and miles and miles when you have that glassy water, and any ripple on the surface, whether it be bait, dolphins, birds, this stuff will stick out to you. So you really just got to keep your eyes open. So even though you've just been fishing around here in this area, if I'm coming from San Diego or if I'm coming from Orange County or wherever, I want to be looking around glassing the whole way there, because there's a good chance you're going to run into something, especially when your conditions are that good. And you think about your fish finder can only see, a little pyramid shape going straight down beneath your boat, but your eyes can see miles, and especially if it's on the surface, that's going to be your best chance of running into this stuff. So this you got to adjust your game plan to what the conditions give you. Obviously, San Francisco and 6-foot waves, a 6-foot wind chop, it's be pretty hard to spot fish. So 2 different types of strategies based on the conditions and where you're looking. So fortunately, it's we're just seeing last several days, 289 area and south of the 289 to the 43 has kind of been the general zone. Last couple days, a couple good ones. Last night wasn't so great, I guess, for night jig fishing, but the day before was pretty epic. So it's going to be kind of hit or miss. And we've seen some of these bigger fish come back in here up to 224, 225, something like that. So just over 200 pounds. So finally, we got some bigger stuff closer to home without having to drive far, which is great. It's mainly sport boats that are giving these reports. So you got to realize that a private boat guy, if there's big fish being caught at night, for sure you got a good chance of catching them during the day on a kite. Maybe not foamer style fishing if you're not seeing them up like that, but if you can catch them at night, you're going to like that flying fish during the day most of the time, or at least towards the late afternoon, evening sunset bite. So that's really what we got to work with. As far as the other conditions out there, Channel Island's been blowing out for a while. Same with Nick. Santa Barbara, no one's really looking at. No reports came from Catalina. The only thing that coming here from Clemente was front side. A little bit of schoolie fish on a 100 fathom curve of bluefin. And no one's been looking at tanner in the last 7 days with the wind. A couple yellowtail still, La Jolla. It's been hit or miss. Last couple of days, I've seen up some little fummers of bluefin in here too. So you got a chance at throwing some poppers or some jigs at some of the surface action too. So again, like I said, use your eyes, use binoculars. The next several days has to be your best key to kind of get on this wintertime fishing. Below the border, no one's really even poking around. Honestly, it's just kind of stay close to home and avoid the weather type thing. But we'll see how it plays out for this week, guys. Before the El Nino comes, I want you guys to be stocked up on all the stuff you're going to need for the coming year. We're doing 15% off pretty much almost everything in the store. You can use the code El Nino when you check out for 15% off. And yeah, if any of you remember 2015, things got wild. You thought COVID was bad. There was definitely some problems during COVID with supplies. I remember 2015. I remember sitting 2 hours at a bait dock and getting the last half scoop of bait that was available, and it pretty much all died by the time I got out of the harbor. I remember not being able to find a Salis 6X Junior for like 3 months. That was a big deal. And then, yeah, just in general, just a lot of stuff was just low stock or hard to get. And I'm sure we're going to run into the same thing again here. Maybe not as gnarly as it was because COVID's kind of helped people get back going here. And I feel like we're pretty close to 100% on getting most of the stuff now. But yeah, it's kind of our end of the year sale. We don't really want to compete with all these crazy Black Friday stuff. We're just not going to do it. So this would be our end of the year sale. If you guys want to check it out, appreciate you supporting the channel. And that's what we do. So if you guys have a great weekend out there on the water, hopefully you get a little pocket of nice water before this El Nino starts stirring it up. But looks like next week's going to be wet. So have a good one, guys. Be safe. We'll see you out there on the water. Cheers. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out our website and online store at chasingprojects.com. And make sure you share the stoke.